Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. So today I learned two things. One is that you can have a maximum of 50 friend requests, and two is that some of you guys have some real brain damage. I'm serious, like, you guys make me look sane. So, because of this, I decided that I'm gonna do the friend request exhibition unit reveal today. I was originally gonna do it like tomorrow or the day after, but you know what? After seeing some of your units, I have to do it today before you guys switch to something else. Alright, so the first guy we have is TNP with his Dorcas. So his Dorcas has 32 res. Looks like somebody took my advice. This is definitely minus speed and plus res. And you know what? That's a great idea because with 32 res, you can tank quite handily many things, and being green, well, Reinhardt's not going to be able to do anything to him. He's going to get completely destroyed by Dorcas. Meanwhile, he has steady breath, so he's easily going to be able to take care of any melee threats as well, with quick repose, and of course, close dev to add on top of that. So we're looking at 44 plus 6, 50 dev on this guy. Absolutely beastly. The Aether is pretty nice, although I would prefer to run Ignis, but I understand you need arena points. Either way, this is a very solid build. Dorcas is good when he came out of the box, but having steady breath and the right IVs makes them even stronger. Next we have Judy with this wonderful Cordelia. Cordelia is an extremely powerful air unit, so I mean there's really not much else to talk about. She's absolutely perfect. Life and death, kill somebody, then hit and run back away, and then yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Cordelia's built well. Nice work. And then here we have Darth Revan with this Fade. So Darth Revan, what do you have here? Lightning breath, low speed, steady breath, aha, iceberg. Okay, makes sense, because then you can just proc it on an even number. So, but I don't know. I feel like probably something else might be better, just because of how you're slow. So if you get hit first, that's 2 charge. Then you reply with a counter attack, that's 4, and then you have another attack coming in. So in the end, when you finish doing your quick repose, you're using only iceberg when you could have charged up a glacis or an Aether. So I recommend changing to that instead. But otherwise, you know, everything else seems to be okay with Faye. I don't know why you would murder an Enian, but you're you monster, you murder Enian for fortified dragons. But, you know, everything else is fine. I just feel that you should probably switch to glacis. I mean, yes, an even number would be nice if you're fast, but you're not fast enough. I mean, even number like 4. Because you would most likely get doubled, so you might as well just go and get something strong for the second counterattack. Alright, now we have Goatori with Julia. So, this was the first thing that I saw that gave me significant brain damage. I looked at this Julia, I'm like, what the hell is this thing? What is this thing? It has life and death and guard, and well, guard is actually good, but I mean, like, look, dude, this 8 defense, this, I mean, okay, alright, my Delphi has 5 defense, so she's even worse, but, oh my god, this is the most ridiculous thing ever, and you know what, it actually could work, because Julia actually suddenly have 35 speed, so, I mean, she still has pretty decent resistance, so she can counter magic pretty nicely. Perhaps running quick repulse might be a decent idea. I don't think she'll be doubling anything. I mean, she does have quite high attack, but I don't think Heavy Blade is good. This is a funny setup, though. I do like it. Guard is good. Quick repulse is good with this, and then you can counter magic. But yeah, for the most part, you don't hit enough to use Heavy Blade. Not to mention 55 attack. I mean, it should beat most mages, but then you have to also account for blade mages. But, regardless, I think quick repulse is probably better for her. But still, this is, this is some kind of brain damage. Oh, and there's this auto water blessing. But still, 38 speed is not not quite fast enough to double. It's good enough to prevent doubling, but not quite enough to double unless you're hitting some... No. Thinking back on it, if you're fighting dragons, that's another matter altogether, because dragons are quite slow, and now that Julia has, 35 speed, that could actually work. So, but then you have to also worry about that 8 defense and the dragon counterattack. Oh god, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to make sense of this build, but I can't, man. But this is awesome. I love it. Oh god. Anyway, so here was CRI with a Nowi. Okay, Nowi with lightning breath. Okay, so basically, yeah, even defenses. I like it. Fury. Okay, and renewal to work with the Fury. That's great. But I would recommend adding getting quick repulse on B or on the seal slot so that you can actually do 2 counterattacks rather than doing just 1, since your speed is so slow. But otherwise, this looks like a pretty decent Nowi build. Okay, now we have Spring Xander. Spring Xander has decided to abandon his goddamn carrot for this Berkut's lands. So now we have this horrifying thing with dual defense. Oh my god, dude, look at this thing here. This is so terrible. You can use this thing to slay dragons. Guard. I don't know, though. Yeah, I don't want to, shill quick repulse too much, but I feel like if you're gonna use something like Ignis, you should use quick repulse at the very least. But otherwise, though, you can see that this Xander has a lot of a lot of defense. There's quite a bit of love with him. But yeah, Ignis is definitely really good, but you definitely need some way to proc it more, and quick repulse is definitely one way to do it. Of course, shutting down enemy from using their skills is good too, but I feel like you want to do that along with quick repulse. Still, quick repulse is a seal, and you only get 1 for the time being, so I can understand. Sir Chop with a Berserk Airmaz Ignis. Of course. That's a great build, and armored boots. You want to go up and chop someone in the head. Otherwise, you're kind of slow. Yeah, it's reasonable, because usually Hector's main weakness, even way back then, was that, he just sits there and you can just kill all his friends, and then the only thing left to do is to deal with Hector. But anyway, Vector is a good unit, so there's really not much else to say about it. You proc your Ignis, and then somebody's head explodes thanks to Berserk Armads. So there's really not much else to say. Alright, then we have regular old school Celica with Life and Death 3 and Heavy Blade 3. Well, it's about as generic as it gets, but I do love it, because that... Look at this. Look at this. There's like 43 speed already, man. 43 speed on a 40 plus 0 is quite significant. And then you add Heavy Blade on top of that. Very nice. Look, my Alm also has 43 speed, but I wish I could use Heavy Blade on top of that, but I cannot. So, that's where Celica excels, because she actually has the speed. And then she also gets Water Blessing to go up to 46. But then again, that's the same thing with my Alm. So yeah, your Celica and my Alm will get along quite nicely. And then there's Mars. Speed. This looks kind of like the regular Sharena build that I would have back in the day. Yeah, she's sturdy and as a tank, but there's really not much else to say. Still, she's sturdy and is a tank. I like Sharena for that reason when I first started the game. Christian with Alm. Christian. Ooh. Okay, alright. First of all, I already see some horrible things going on here. You have some really unfortunate IV... Well, I wouldn't say unfortunate. They could be better for offense. If you could have gone with attack plus attack if you could, but you rolled this and you decided that you're going to run Panic Ploy, which is a great idea, because usually, you get IVs that aren't optimal, but you make do what you can. I have a lot of respect for people who do stuff like that. I mean, look, you also have Earth Blessing to help cover the attack loss from not having plus attack. That's great. I mean, you also have Fury. You might not have Death Blow, but that's okay. 52 attack on a Brave Assault is very deadly. And then you have Reciprocal Aid, so I can understand exactly what your build is all about. After you blow your load with Alm, you go and heal up, and then you share your health with other people. You're an ambulance, and then you just... Yeah, I can see this. I can see this being a pretty decent build. Not bad, not bad. And then with that Panic Ploy and 51 health, you can really shut some people down, and then you can break them in half with your Falchion, or let your friends do it. Okay, I like it. Not bad. Alright, Firo with Roy, with... Ooh, that's disgusting. Ooh. That's really disgusting. So, the build like Selena Miku, except that instead of using Wadal, you're using Slaying Edge. So now your Aether's a 4. Very reasonable 4. Still, 36 speed. I might just ditch Quick Repose. I mean, Close Defense for Quick Repose, because 36 speed is not fast enough for you to double afterwards. My Selena Miku does have like pretty high speed, so that she doesn't need Quick Repose. But that's the difference between her and Roy. Roy isn't very fast. But otherwise, you know, I get the gist of your build, and it's very, very disgusting. I like it a lot. Alright, let's see, we have Effie here. Oop, Distant Counter, of course. That's pretty much the same build that I have. Focuses on defense rather than magic, though. But Silverlands, you know, we could run... If you could, use Berkut's, but, you know, Berkut is also kind of a premium stuff. And I know that people really like Berkut sometimes, so I can understand that you don't want to sacrifice Berkut. But otherwise, you know, Effie is fine as she is. Warrior Fighter is good enough. I mean, 29 res is pretty decent as it is. So she's quite a tank, and then you can use your considerable power to kill people. I actually run Brave Lance with mine, though, even though Brave Lance and Distant Counter seems like kind of a messy setup. It works with Effie just because she has such sheer attack strength. So here, what this is all about is Warrior Fighter, even though now you have like Vengeful Fighter and Bold Fighter, Warrior Fighter still has its place. So I don't mind that. But then again, Effie comes with it, so what can I say? Yeah, ooh, it's a plus 10 Peri. Ooh. Okay, so what do we have here? 35 dev. With distant dev, we're looking at... Oh, and closed dev. We're looking at something really disgusting here. Yep. Look at this list here. Water boost, desperation, shield attack, sword attack, attack smoke. So what we have here is a very tanky monstrosity. This thing will be able to solo Grand Hero battles, like true solo Grand Hero battles, because of all this wonderful defense. This is actually pretty amazing. I like it a lot. I like the way this Peri is set. I may have to add this to my friend list. And then you have Wind Blessing, you know, why not have more magic resistance, right? Why not, right? I might use Distant Counter on her and Distant Dev as my seal, but yeah, with this you can handle both physical threat and magic threat, so can't say no to that. This is very disgusting. This is why Berkut's Lance is a top tier lance. You get yourself so much res that you pretty much become like spear units pretty much becomes invulnerable to magic. This is a very good setup. I like it a lot. Yeah, this will probably go in my friend list later. Peppercorny with Lucina. Distant Counter Lucina. I like Distant Counter Lucina, but she needs to have more res. I mean, yes, you can get Falchion to give yourself 4, but 23 res is kind of iffy with Distant Defense. Though, if you were to use, say, distant defense seal, that might be better. Distant counter with 23 res isn't good enough, but with 30 and a decent speed that Lucina has, that would be a different story altogether. Alright, now, champion with silver lands. Okay, I mean, I already discussed what I thought about Effie, but what is up with that growing light? You are out of control. It's just, I like AoE skills, but they need to have some way to charge them up a little faster. Still, I mean, alright, say it does proc, then you can wreck someone. I like it because, I mean, look at that attack. That coming off of that attack is actually pretty damn scary. And you don't really worry about enemy attacking you with Vantage all that much because you'll probably tank it and then you'll stab someone in the face and then they will die. Still, you know, we make do with what we can. Okay, and we have this Elincia with Death Blow, Hit and Run. It's as standard as it goes, really, with Elincia. I like her a lot, but I'll never be able to pull her. Alright, Kawaii-kun. Let's see, like Lightning Breath Speed, 34. I guess 34 for +2 unit is... you'll get doubled by quite a few things still. But if you can avoid it, then, you know, this is not a bad setup. Though, honestly, though, I wouldn't run Speed +3 on Nowi. I would probably run something else. Either Res or more Dev to work with your closed Dev here. Yeah, that's probably the better choice. 34 speed is still kind of lacking. Oh, and then I see this Wind Blessing. I should really count Wind Blessing when people do these things, so I can kind of understand why he ran plus speed. Then we have Leo with his new weapon. I like it a lot because this thing allows him to counter magic quite handily. And then, ooh, a steady stance and... Okay, alright, so, you know, because you want to have your defense more than one, so that you can't make follow-up attacks. Leo has become quite a powerful anti-range unit. So, let's see, can't follow up, reduce attack by 30%. Yeah, he's quite a range tank. And he starts with like 30 res as it is, so... Yeah, this is a very, very good setup for Leo here. So, you know, plus attack. Yeah, I mean, I can understand. I mean, his attack isn't like that high. It's 43. And you're so focused on defense that still, I mean, distant defense as an A slot is kind of expensive. So I can understand. And you probably pulled this because of Shiro, so... Yeah, I can see where you're getting at with when you did this. I mean, you have more than enough res as it is, so it makes sense. I mean, it also helps you defend against melee attack as well, so steady stance is not bad. Good choice. Alright, and this Hamster God with Hana. Hamster God. Close defense. Oh, attack Fury. Without an Aether. Well... You already know my thoughts on Aether. I mean, yeah, I can understand the score, but with this one, I'd probably run Moon Bowl or something a little, or at the very least, Draconic Aura or something, since you don't have anything to help speed you up a little. Though I can understand what you're setting up, what your setup is, and it's kind of disgusting because with this, Hana actually has surprising amount of defense after you set her up a little. So with this, she gets up to 39 dev, and with a water blessing, she sits at 48 speed. So she's actually fast enough to do counter attacks, and then she tanks with renewal with fury. So it's a pretty good setup, just that I'll probably use a different skill, but I can understand running Aether. Alright, Xian with this. Well, this is pretty much what he came with, except for Heavy Blade, but you know, this is pretty much what he came with, so I don't know what else I should say about him besides that. I'm sorry, Julia. Why am I so sorry? Because I built like this. What a monster. What a monster. So the other day I was talking about that horrible Hinata, right? Well, this the kind of setup that horrible people do as well. So horrible people get hit, and then horrible people immediately repay with a bonfire. Except if you're a sword, well, then you get 2 bonfires, and then you will die. So if that Hinata might be able to tank it, thanks to his inherently high defense, but not to mention this is only like a regular 40, but still, you're gonna eat 2 bonfires. That's terrible. That's absolutely deplorable. And you also run the infantry pulse on Sharena. Oh my god, you spoiled her rotten. You spoiled her so goddamn rotten with all this wonderful jazz. Honestly, the Askir trios are in deep need of new weapons. They need an upgrade in general. They'll probably go through some stupid quests, and then they'll become like either 6 stars or I don't know, they'll get a different weapon or something, or yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They'll probably get a weapon refinery thing that'll make them much more viable than, well, having to use other weapons. Not that, this isn't viable. This is disgusting, dude. This is absolutely deplorable what this is. So, yeah, this Sharena terrifies me. I mean, look at this. 39, oh, no, 43 dev. And then, God, that's poor sword. But still, though, I think I would run quick repulse still over this. Because I think she can tank more than just swords. I think quick repulse would probably be better since she only has 32 speed. Now we have Sin with a Fae. Okay, that's your Fae with tons and tons of health. Tons and tons of health is nice, but if you have good speed. So you should probably run Astra. Well, me and Astra could work with that 50 attack, I guess, but... Oh, and again, Light Breath isn't bad either. I mean, if you get danced after Light Breath, you're looking at 33 speed, which is decent, but... I think the other Fae builds work, but I do like the fact that this thing has 61 health. That is so incredibly beefy. Savage Bull, you're so savage. You probably run Panic Boy with it. God, 60 health, disgusting. And here we have a Kieran with a new Sieglind, Eirika. Honestly, people say your name is Eirika, but then how do you explain the stupid I in the middle of E and R? I mean, I can understand if it's Erika. I mean, I hear people in game call Eirika and all that, but what is it up with this I? Seriously, that's the whole reason why I call Eirika all this time, because of the stupid I. Anyway, let's see. I've got to spread significant brain damage. Darting blow. Okay, I can understand you want to double people. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of attack as it is, thanks to this Sieglind thing. So, desperation. I mean, if you run with somebody who runs tactics or something, or along the lines of emblem buffs, you could get into some serious attack bonuses. I mean, 45 attack is... Oh, but then again, you're +7, so... It is kind of lacking. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's good to be fast, but I think you will be fast enough stealing speed from other people as well. Yeah, I think she needs more attack. That's what I think you could use something else for attack. She has quite more than enough speed as it is. If you can get yourself a Swift Sparrow, that'd be nice. Even Fury would probably be better, I think. Yeah, I think she needs a little bit more attack. But otherwise, I mean, you can just steal stats from other people, so... She's solid as she is. But I just feel that she'll probably be better if she has more attack. Alright, now what do we have here? We have Magic Dyke. Magic Dyke with 28 defenses. Horrible Wrath. Aether, again, we have that talk about Aether already. When it does proc though, it'll be quite a spectacle. 45 speed, heavy blade, and running on 56 attack. Not too bad. We can work with this. So this thing is pretty ill. I do like distant counter Soleil. I intend to build one of my own at some point, but of course, with all the feather use I've been doing, I probably won't be seeing this dream anytime soon. But man, just look at this face. Look at this pouring face. I want a Soleil. Oh my god. Anyway, 45 speed is quite more than good enough to use for distant counter. It's good enough to do double attacks, and with Wrath and all that wonderful jazz, you're looking at significant amounts of damage. So this is fine as it is. I like it. Not too bad. And now we have Celica. Brain damage Celica. This brain damage Celica abandons her sword for more damage, though running off Aether and Heavy Blade. Well, I mean, 50 attack on a 40 plus 2 isn't too poor, so I can understand. And Mortal speed 42. Yeah, 42 is good enough for 40 plus 2. You can double a decent amount of things. Actually, more than a decent amount of things. And then you have Vantage on top of this. Okay, you know, you spoiled Celica quite a bit. I like it. And Cass, so good. We get to see. What? 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 What's going on here? My head. What's going on here? My head. I was like, oh man, I was gonna see this wonderful green gift. What the hell? I guess that's what you had before this Soren upgrade, but still, I was just like, oh man, I can't wait to see his prep. I can't wait to see his what was it called, the wind charm or something or the other. But now I see a green gift. I mean, green gift isn't bad, so I can't argue with that. And then we have Fury, Desperation, 45 speed. Not too bad, not too bad. You have to sacrifice quite a bit for it, but not too bad. Not sure about the Infantry Pulse running on 42 health, but it'll do. Draconic Aura. Oh man, but I think you should probably get the Pref weapon soon, consider the fact that you 40 plus 10 Soren. Still, Green Gift is not a bad thing. It's not. But chill attack seems like it has. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I also like Owl Tome a lot. Owl Tome, you just have a bunch of Ikes carry Soren around. I mean, even one Ike would push him to like 47 speed, and then with this, it'll be like 50 speed. It'll be just crushing people left and right. I mean, it's not like he's not going to now, but I mean, I can understand. Green Gift is not a bad gift. It's a good thing, but I don't know what to say. I don't know, man. Alright, so here we go with Ruben with Fury, Swordbreaker, Infantry Pulse on 47 health, Quick Repulse. So we have this Tiki, and this Tiki does not like swords. Well, I suppose you can probably survive some of the basic sword users. Like, I mean sword, I just mean Falchion. Consider the fact they have such high defense. Against Alm, I think you might still die, though, unfortunately. 44 def is good, but Alm is one of those people who hits quite hard and still get a Brave on top of this. Against Alm, maybe not. I haven't actually done the calculation, but I can understand the use of this Swordbreaker as a result. And then you have Quick Repulse to allow Tiki to do her normal roll as well. Let's see, 29 res. 29 res is pretty decent for what it is. So yeah, I can understand where this Tiki's coming from. And then we got this Fire Blessing for more dev. You know, we can never have enough dev. Yeah, I can see exactly where this Tiki is coming from. Good work with that. Kingdom Josh. Well, this is one good Robin, alright? Grand Owl, close counter, double chain smoking. Yeah, you're a horrible person. I like it. Alright, so say that you have 3 friends and you were looking at 39 speed, which is pretty decent, I guess, for 40 plus 6. And not to mention with speed smoke, that actually means you have like 46 speed. So, yeah, you've turned Robin into some kind of crazy chain smoking tank. I like it. Not bad. Well, of course, that's, you know, if she's sticking with her friends, that gives her the bond and the strength that she needs. Fabian, Nowi. This one's actually quite fast. You know, this is one of those Nowi that might benefit more with plus speed, though running plus 4 res isn't too bad either. Putting at a pretty decent 31 res. Astra, though. It'll take forever for Astra to come out on this one, but I suppose when she does get Astra, it'll be kind of interesting. I'm just imagining this lightning come out of Nowi and then dun, 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 dun. That's what Astra would be like. Oh, but you are running Water Blessing, so at 38 speed. Yeah, I think you should run plus speed. Then you stack it, you have 41 speed, which is actually quite respectable. Alright, now we have another Alm. Alm is best. This one isn't plus HP though, but he still has infantry pulse. But that's fine, because 48 health is quite good for this kind of stuff. 34 dev. 34, is that the... 52? Did you get plus dev? Well, I suppose that's probably what you got. You got plus dev, Alm. But otherwise, you know, I mean, not much else I could say about Alm. I mean, it's pretty much the same build that we saw earlier. Expert. With a fear. Moonbow, Wadao. Okay, very good. 27 death, 32 res. Alright, I mean, she's a solid fighter. She's a solid fighter with good speed, so desperation is fine. Not much else I can say, though. I mean, this is a pretty solid unit for a 40 plus 2. Nice work with fear. She definitely could use Wadao the best. Well, I mean, it runs in the family and all that. Okay, so now we have Peri. Instead of using Berkuts, now she has this wonder spoon to feed you with. So, Engineering now grants allies in 2 spaces with Dev Res. Which is good, I guess, but I don't know. 50 attack when on heavy blade. Well, 56 with death blow. Pretty decent, but yeah, you'll probably run off cavalry buffs as well. So that'll be 39, and then plus speed. Doing okay. I mean, I can understand where this thing is coming from. Though I am a little dubious about first bite, but I can understand that it makes her look really good because the color matches and everything. That's probably why you did it too, you monster. Alright, let's see what Prince Noctis has. Oh, well, look at this Soleil with another Fury Wrath build. Of course, you know, Soleil actually runs Glimmer quite well, so this Wadao with Wrath looks to be quite painful. So instead of going for a distant counter, which is, you know, kind of a exotic build, you focused on your defense and you have close defense. So yeah, you tank an attack and then you pay back with some hefty Wadao damage. That's pretty much what the Soleil is, and I can respect that. I mean, look at the speed, look at this power, and then depth on top of this, not to mention 28 res is actually pretty good. Especially considering the health and the speed that Soleil has. So this is a very well built Soleil. But Genghis. Well, not much to say really. I mean, it's pretty standard fare Cordelia that goes and hits people and refreshes and hits people again. Well, not much to say. It's a good unit. It's a very good unit. Just that I've seen it already. Hey, what's this? It's a Dr. Sakura with attack speed bond. Man, I'm kind of jealous with people with dazzling staff. It's expensive. It's expensive. I my Jenny is a lot less expensive than Bridal Lin. I have you know. When I have Bridal Lins, I tend to sacrifice them for candle lights and use Jenny for raffle and razzle dazzle on the main attack slot. But you know, you already did what you did. But Candlelight, I think, is better for this. But I know that, you know, you can't have many Jennies and you can't have many Bridal Lins either. So I can understand this. So anyway, with this, you don't have to fear getting attacked. You can use getting counterattacked, and then you can inflict fear so that when people do attack you, by then their attack strength is lowered. So, you know, I can understand this setup quite nicely. Not to mention with attack speed bond, you're sitting at a wonderful 38 speed, which is quite hard to double. And of course, you have this, so you have 41 speed, which is very good for regular 40 units. So, you know, this Dr. Sakura setup is very nice. I'm actually kind of jealous because I wish I have attack speed bond, but well, that stuff is not cheap. Nope, not at all. And then you have attack plus 3. Okay. God, attack speed bond. I'm so jealous. Okay, now we have this Julia. What is this Julia about? Close counter with close dev. 26, 28 dev. Okay, alright, that 28 def is respectable. So, this Julia is all about countering people. Alright, okay. I mean, she might even be able to counter certain... maybe not. See, the main problem with her is just her speed is too poor. Though, 28 def... I mean, you could probably still tank some certain things despite getting doubled, so... Yeah, it's just that you probably could use quick repulse with your close counter. That would work better. Yeah, renewal is good, but not for Julia. Of course, you probably should run something else for C, because you look like somebody who likes to tank attacks rather than initiating. But I think she comes with it, so what can I say? And we have this baloney Leo with fear stands. Well, quick repulse is fine. Well, seeing the way as he is right now, I can understand that he tanks magic well enough that he don't have to worry about his A slot being defensive, so he runs fear stands with his baloney. I mean, you know, it works. This thing works. He just can't tank archers, but hey, you know, this thing works to do what he needs to do, and that is countering magic. Alright, what do we have here? We have Lin. The hell? What is this? My head. What is this? What's going on? My God. This is the first time in my whole lifetime that I saw a Hamaya, anything else besides her Mula gear or Brave Bull or stupid Fire Sweep Bow on Lin. This is the very first time I've seen something else completely different. Dude, what the... You turned City Mongolian Lin into City support Lin. But is it really so bad? I mean, look at her speed. She's still quite fast. Her attack is decent, I guess. Is it really so bad? You know, this might not be so bad. It's not as aggressive, but she can help her friends. I mean, look at this Ward Cavalry with this thing. So you're providing 6/6 to your friends. That's actually And then you add Drive Death on top of this. You know, I'm kind of interested to see the rest of her team. Yeah. Yeah, I can see what this kind of setup is for. I mean, you know, City Mongolian Lin isn't all about killing people. City Mongolian Lin can help her friends. Like help Xander tank a mage or something. Yeah. This actually is a pretty good setup. Now that I think I've looked at it, not bad. Alright, so James with yet another wonderful Leo. And this time Leo has actually gotten 39 speed and 42 with Blessing. So you've turned this horrible thing into a Blade Mage. Hey, you know, I have no qualms with this. Blade Mage are effective. They're very strong. So, I mean, the attack pool that he comes with. I mean, this is how much res that he has. Even with Life and Death 3, he still has 31 res. That's disgusting. Anyway, this will do. This will do nicely. If you have res poi, it'll be better, but, you know, it's also very expensive. Darling May. And what do we have May here for? With Blur Owl, of course. Blur Owl and Life and Death 3. Oh my god, dude. One of the things about Owl, though, is that I think Owl is more for baiting people rather than going on the offense. Although it does work if you have friends nearby that's already attacked, or to just happen to be nearby, you can take advantage of 2 extra stats. So, I mean, it's not bad. It won't be as easy to get the full bonus unless you bait someone, but I mean, I can see the merit in this build. Yeah, I mean, look, 49. Ugh, and that's before buffs, too. That's so incredibly disgusting. I mean, we can talk about Glacies another time because, you know, 27 res. Yeah, it's workable. Just as long as she doesn't get hit by some kind of physical attacker, she'll be just fine. So disgusting. Oh my god. Yeah, I love Owl Tome a lot. I seriously should one day finish building my Nino, who uses that. I mean, my Nino runs Blade as usual, but Owl Tome is disgusting. It really could become very overpowered. What is this? What is this? It's a poison dagger, Olivia. What is this? So I guess if she gets sick and tired of dancing, she can throw one of these horrible things and tries to spike people to death. Problem is that her attack is not very good, so when I run dancers, I tend to make them bulky, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, you might be able to sneak in some kills with this. And here we have Nowi, plus 10. Stack your defenses and a Dark Breath. Terrible. Dark Breath Vantage. Terrible. Speed's a little low, but I mean, you can probably tank quite a number of things. I mean, it's solid. It's just, you know, I tend to see Dark Breath on female core, not because it comes with it, not just because of that, but because of that stupid wind sweep Dark Breath thing. But well, this Nowi shaped to be a pretty disgusting melee fighter for sure. Get hit and then just spreads all kinds of stupid breath on people. So when you really think about it, this Nowi actually has 44, or plus this, like 47 speed. She just needs to go through the first round. But after that, she just becomes practically unkillable. So I can understand the use of Soul in this build as well. Not bad, not bad. I'm impressed. This is a very disgusting setup. I mean, yeah, she doesn't have her Lightning Breath anymore, but you know what? Lightning Breath sometimes isn't the end-all. So this Dark Breath setup is pretty damn disgusting. I have to say, it's nice. Now, what do we have here? Well, standard Brave Sword, Life and Death, Hana. Okay, you know, I mean, not much else to say. The Wind Blessing doesn't make sense, but nothing else to say. I mean, it's solid. I have seen it work, and I know what it does. Alright, Nathan with Ephraim uses this mostly the same stuff. Close dev. Kind of boring, so I'm not going to say much about that. Let's see. Robin comes with raising attack speed. Basically the stuff that he came with. And Slaying Lance with Ignis. Yeah, not bad. Get hit once, apply 2 attacks. And then you can probably go on Ignis on the next run, or if the target already dies, you can move on to another person and Ignis them. I mean, look, running on a 40 dev, it's pretty damn potent. But otherwise, you know, not much else for me to say. He's a great melee fighter. Okay, we have Sigurd. Well, there's our standard Sigurd. Not much else to say. Tanky as hell. Cacao. Well, instead of doing the horrible thing as that other person with that poison dagger, we have this instead. So instead, and sometimes maybe she's tired of dancing and wants to buff her friends. Well, this is what happens. Wind sweep. Well, I can see that. I mean, dancers really don't have to concern themselves with killing people. That's for the dancer's friends. So with this, you have a choice between dancing or debuffing. Not bad, not bad. This is one of the reasons why I like Olivia, because daggers are really good. Usually people overlook them because they're kind of like, oh, you know, I can't kill people with them. But daggers are kind of more supportives, and supportive stuff on a support only makes sense. So I can see the merit in this build. Here comes with another Nathan, and this time this Nathan's on a horse. Well, on a different horse. It's pretty stock of what I expected out of Xander, so I guess not much else to say. Though I would probably use Bonfire instead of Moonbow. Bonfire at the very least. Shuckles! With your winner, when you went. Yeah. Something is really weird here. Okay, so, alright, Siegmund with Deathblow, you know, you're gonna wreck people. Then you have this. I mean, I guess I can understand that, so he can survive, and then... Look at all this, so he's not only doing that bad stuff, he's also fortifying people. Makes sense, that's what I would do too. Shield Pulse. This is the first time, okay, in my whole lifetime I see a Shield Pulse Ephraim. But you know what? I can see the merit in this, alright? After you poke someone to death, you can survive a double attack from someone just because you have this. You have Shield Pulse. Oh my god, this is the first time I've seen something like this. But you know what? It actually makes sense when you think about it. Yeah, when you think about, of course, Earth Blessing for more attack. When you think about it, sometimes, you know, you don't really need the Glimmer or the Moon Bow. Sometimes you want to survive an enemy attack that comes afterwards. And with this, he can survive that. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, and finally we have a Reinhardt. Well, this Reinhardt is about as much as I expect out of a Reinhardt. Okay, alright, so that's the end of my friend list user reveals. I've seen some crazy stuff, and I think I figured out some people's crazy ideas when they made their build as well. If I'm wrong, well, feel free to correct me in the comments. But otherwise, I've seen some really crazy things today, and I'm gonna have to add some of you to my friend list maybe, if I have enough room. You know, I would really wail for more friend list space. I wailed the hell out of my barrack space, so why not my friend list? I wish they do more things in the future, I mean, besides rival domains that involves your friend list, and I wish to expand my friend list more. I would not mind spending more orbs for this. But anyway, I thank you all for listening to me babbling on for what might be an hour or more on other people's builds. I might do this again at some point, but we'll see. I like to do it a little more organized. Now that I know that there's a limit of 50, I mean, I guess I could just do this again and just, you know, and just tell people to be as quick as they can. I mean, 50 is a modest amount. I still see a number of people who put in some interesting builds, so maybe I'll do it like that again. But if there's better suggestions, feel free to let me know. Just as long as it doesn't use Discord. I really don't want to run my own server right now. Anyway, I thank you all for watching. Until next time.